G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's Flip Flap Toy review. We've got Thomas the Tank Engine pulling 3 Pilchards that look like onion clover here, and then the other layout there, right in the background there, which looks like a racetrack. It's got like Tommy and Trackmaster track. You can't see the Tommy track at the moment though, because I'm currently vlogging here. I should stop doing this though, hopefully by the beginning of September 2021. There's Trackmaster Luke here. He's right over there meeting up with Thomas the Tank in his merry way, I suppose, eh? Didn't know what to say, eh? But yes, Luke's narrow gauge and Thomas is standard gauge, but ho-hum. We all know the truth, eh? But yes, I'm going to be taking a look at 2 non-Flip Flap Origami Flapping Bird toys, but are still Flip Flap Origami toys. Yes, they're not really Flapping Bird toys, but they're just still called Flip Flap Origami, as I just said it twice, eh? Because I didn't know what to say. And I've also got only one Flip Flap Origami Flapping Birds toy. But yes, got a funny feeling I'm just starting to make the most of August of 2021 just to vlog entirely though. Sadly I didn't do any toys though on Monday though, because I was just busily wasting my time putting up comments on leokimvidio's channel. Putting up many of the other comments that I put. I actually did some replying and commenting on leokimvidio's channel, which was actually quite interesting though. I actually like his content a lot though, and he's one of the older YouTubers before I actually, sorry about my itchy ear though, before my content and before my channel was created back in late 2018. But anyways, let's start off with this Flip Flap product here. It's called the Flip Flap Origami British Wildlife Collection European Sea Bass School vs Pilchards and Crustaceans 12 pack. It costs about £10.99, or should I say £11. And there's the back of the packaging here, and look at that. Look at those sea bass there. It looks like they're pretty much murderous looking, ruthless looking, edible looking fish. And we've actually got a couple of pilchard. Well, looking a bit more anime style. In fact, the whole artwork looks like a bit of Western cartoon style, or a mixture of anime and Western cartoon style looking characters and stuff. And I've actually noticed it says, caution, models are 100% unedible. Crocky Riley. Obviously, it's going to be. Oh, pardon me, I've just burped. Quite a lot of outtakes though that happen along the way, and strangely enough, why is there a flipping work pencil here? Bloody hell! I mean, why? Why in the flipping hell would there be a freaking pink pencil on my packaging? Well, on this product, eh? Should have said it correctly, eh? But anyways, apart from the rant that I've just had recently, though. Let's take a look at the toys. Yeah, I would have preferred them if they were pretty much, well, obviously there was another packet inside, eh, just to sound like a bit of ASMR, but because of the trains, I'm just a bit way too lazy, eh. First off, I think we're going to be taking a look at those crabs, though. They're supposed to be edible crabs, that's why I've just put that warning that these toys aren't edible enough, obviously. 8 seconds, sorry, I just whispered, I just said the word 8 seconds, though, because we've just went for an hour. Yes, we've got 2 of those crabs here. They all just look like they're the freaking same thing. They all look like Krabby from the Pokemon franchise. I mean, why the flipping heck would you actually go ahead and design those crabs, you know, after Pokemon? Maybe I should stop doing this before I get a copyright infringement warning, eh? Hopefully Flip Flap. Oh, God. I should do a fire there, like whenever I struggle, or whenever there's a blooper or something in these videos, I should do like a fire wheel and just put up like a high-pitched voice saying, fire wheel! I could do like a little fire wheel, okay? Like, you know, the outtakes that some of the other YouTubers, when they have like, well, the video isn't right though, and it needs to be done properly though, but yeah, all that stuff like that one, eh? Yeah, it's like the process of making a perfect video, and there's some issues in my hands. Nasty. But anyways, let me go ahead and take a look at these prawns. I would have probably put them in the Barbie, because, you know, they look like shrimp. Maybe they are shrimp, maybe they are prawn. Please don't say the whole inappropriateness. I wouldn't mash it with something very nasty. I wouldn't say necrophy or something. Yeah. Not going to mash up with photography and prawns, because that would be a very bad word if I did pretty much made a you know, a pun that relates into something that we should not ever be talking about. And I'm not going to say the word P that ends with N. Otherwise my video will be demonetized. But anyways, they're pretty much cute. They're very chippy looking, very simplistic in design. Not much going on here. And here we have the sea bass. They all look pretty much the same. What more can you say, eh? They just look... Well, obviously they're actually the bigger cousins of the other sea bass that I did there in previous videos. Like the ones that I did back in May of 2021, which was like the wettest May on record. Maybe this year's August could be the wettest on record. Crikey O'Reilly, I think that's going to be a very nice transition now. You know, June being dry, drier than average, and yet again we've got a rainier half of June. And then we've got July. Later on we've got, you know, obviously the early part of July, well, it was unsettled. Same with the middle part of July, but it later became hot, which was good. And that was also the major, how would you say it? The major scene, and when, how would you say it? When Generation 125 was first released, and I believe these two here are Pilchards. Well, obviously, there you go. Same design though, and whatnot and stuff like that one, eh? But what I was actually trying to say is, my skin is dry. Oh, crikey, my skin is completely and utterly dry on my hands though. But what I'm actually trying to say is that, yes, I can't believe it. That was the perfect birth of the new generation itself though. A new generation being 125. So that's what I was actually pretty much saying now. Let's just hope that generation lasts until, like, you know, at the very end of the year there. And then we can go towards, like, 126 in 2022. How about that? I mean, crikey O'Reilly, man. That would be totally and utterly interesting, eh? But anyways, yes, the sea bass look pretty much the same as always, as per usual though, but nevertheless, they're just, you know, bigger versions of the ones I did back then in May. I believe so. I suppose we might be getting loads and loads of rain in 2021, strangely enough. Well, 2020 was also a very wet year, because, you know, we had some floods back in February, although spring was very dry. We almost had a drought in spring. Summer was a combination of being hot and humid, and that's why we had loads of rain, loads of thunderstorms, loads of showers and whatnot. Also, then we had loads of rain in October. Whammo! Oh, I should have done a pose like this. Whammo! That was just me doing that sort of weird pose. But anyways, let me move on to another product. This one here is not a British Wildlife Collection toy. It's actually a Flip Flap Origami. It's just a standalone toy because it's called the Japanese Carp Pond Feeding Frenzy 12 pack. Look at that. A bit of crossword going on here. And the product costs about £10 or £9.99. And that's what the back of the packaging looks like. You should thought this artwork was going to be upside down, but nope. It looks pretty much correct. Would have preferred if the artwork was a lot more watery in a sense, eh? Quite boring and white. But anyways, let's just go ahead and crack and see what we have. Oh yes, luckily enough I didn't break anything. We've got a yellow and white looking koi fish. At least it's not Magikarp. Crikey, Roddy, I just can't believe it. And there you go, there's some of the nice details on its head where the barbels are. And we've even got more of these. We got some of those as well. And apparently carp are very opportunistic feeders though for a fish. There's another yellow one here. Very, very cool. Very nice. And we've also got a couple of... That's weird, that looks like a tiger barb. That sort of colorization on that fish with those orange and white stripe patterns like that. Looks like an albino tiger or whatever it is. Maybe a tiger barb. Appropriately enough though, it could even look like a Coast Guard themed fish. Fancy that. We've also got this one here. It's another orange and white looking fish. Obviously it's a koi carp. Looking better than those goddamn Magikarps. And here's this one here. It's a red and white carp with grey spots. I thought they were black spots. Or patterns like that one, eh? Looks pretty, almost looking like a candy cane. Or what looks more like a candy cane. at Christmas time, obviously, is this. And this is actually the very more familiar, it's very eponymous looking, that colour, eh? It's the Kohaku looking Japanese koi, how would you say it? I can't remember what it is, colorization, eh? Obviously it's a very nice looking pattern, eh? Got some very good looking red and white colour combinations, eh? Yeah, koi. Fancy that. Often kept as ornamental pets or ornamental fish outside in your local garden pond. And they're also a favourite prey for herons, seagulls, maybe kingfishers as big as kookaburras, I believe. Well, what more can you say? There's actually more stuff around here. And I've actually dropped the prawns here, but you know what? I can actually pick up the prawns with my feet. Didn't realise that, but I'm not going to show my feet there, otherwise it's going to be a bit too, well, embarrassing now, for being a bit too clever and stupid. I thought the trains are derailed though, but no, they aren't. Got some prawns here. They all look the same, but what you can do, well, they've actually got bits and white stripe detailing there, but what you actually can do is actually pose the shrimp or the prawns like that. Look at that, it's like that cooking pose, it's like that sort of pose wherever you're going to put them in the barbecue. Like, well, a real Aussie man would do. Oh, did I just pronounce the word deal? That's weird, eh? I need to go ahead and, try and practice my Aussie English there. There you go. Even though I've been pretty much copying it for a long time, eh? But yet again, wowee, beautiful. There's another shrimp, quite nice. And we've also got some other pieces of food that we've got here as well. We've got a carrot, and it's a much more bigger carrot. It looks more like a wide-looking carrot though, than anything else. We've also got a cucumber here as well. Or is it zucchini? Maybe it's courgette. That's strange. It looks like Thomas has gone a bit quite slow here with the batteries and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I might be totally wrong, but I think I just heard Trackmaster Thomas is actually starting to feel a bit weary and a bit slow. But anyways, that's quite a nice little cucumber, courgette, zucchini, whatever thing. And I've also got like a little apple that looks like a freaking Granny Smith apple. Wow, you can even make it like that. Fancy that, eh? It's pretty cool looking, I suppose. And then we've also got oh wow, it looks like a very good slice of watermelon. I suppose that's a very popular piece of fruit for your carp, koi carps I believe. Even though it's got those sort of paper ends like that. It actually looks not too bad. It looks pretty nice indeed, I suppose, eh? Suppose it's not too bad. And yeah, I would have preferred if there was some more stripy details in it though. Would have been fairly amazing if that was a lot more realistic though. But yeah, again, it could be based on some sort of specific cultivar watermelon. Please correct me if I'm totally wrong though. It's meant to be like this. I think it's meant to be like a floating watermelon of some sort. Maybe a floating half of watermelon or a slice of watermelon. But yeah, it's actually not too bad for a set like this. And I gotta tell you what though, crikey Wally, whenever I'm doing toys like this, boy oh boy, it really makes me feel pretty enthusiastic at times, as long as I'm not completely and utterly stressed like what I did just a bit there earlier on. But anyways, let's move on to our last Flip Flap product. It's a Flip Flap Origami Flapping Boost Buddha Trial Collection Common Mixed Gull, species at, what's that one say here? It says wide coastal river estuary with sea prey 12-pack. Once again, a bit of crossword writing there, and the price for this item here, or toy, is £10.99. Strangely enough, generation 125, that is one lucky generation. It's pretty much one generation that has actually gone decidedly cheap. Fancy that. But I'm not sure if cheapness is good though. I don't know if the fact of being cheap is good. But yet again, some people may argue on the fact that, you know, £10.99 or £11 may be expensive. Oh well, It's all about people's lives, eh? You know what? It's quite interesting. It's actually almost got the same stuff, but we've also got one in particular which looks quite different, and it's this one here. It's supposed to be a Welsh seashell. It's like a magic conch. Whenever you put it onto your ear, you can pretty much hear the sounds of the sea. But because it's made out of paper, you can't. We've also got this crab again. We've got another crab like that. Okay, so we're getting another one of those crabs. Some more of those prawns, but in a very different redesign and sort of change. Looks like a bit of a very different design, even though this one here looks a lot more orange, whereas this one here looks a lot more orange and white. Pretty realistic, eh? Or it could be ivory grey, whitish grey, I can't really tell, eh? But yeah, it actually looks quite nice. And then we've got some sprats. Now there's a bit of a very weird difference here. They haven't got any yellow eyes anymore though, for the fact that the yellow eyes pretty much copy sea bass. Well, obviously it's a nice total different design change. They're lacking the yellow eye detailing there, is what we had in previous models before. Something to, as I said before, not to copy the sea bass. But there's also something very peculiar here. They've actually got a very good lineage, colour combination here of blue and green. Same with this one here as well. There you go, there's the other fish here as well. Very similar detailing. And again, oh sorry, I've just looked at Thomas the Tank Engine. He's pretty much getting quite slow. I might have to probably find some more new AA batteries, because my trains are starting to get a bit tired, and not only that, I'm actually finding it very hard to get new AA's and sea-size batteries because of the virus. Well, let's move on to some seagulls, eh? We've got this one here, which is a summer plumage black-headed gull. I'll definitely say this could be the last of seeing those until like the next, you know, December. Hopefully this year's December. I think December is like, you know, the earliest time when their summer plumage-like feathers will be growing back again. And then I'll be able to see more of those hopefully by the next winter. Yes, late winter and spring and summer. And there you go, black-headed gull. But it doesn't really tell you what plumage it is. So that's the summer plumage. And this one here is a winter plumage black-headed gull. But the fact, look at this. What's strange is that it's missing the brown on its forehead though, where the eyes meet together, eh? It's missing the brown detailing there. But what it does still have is that brown thing right at the back of its head, right behind its eye. In fact, both sides actually though, and they're kind of like little headphoney things. Well, it's actually more of a feather molt whenever I think about it, of course. And oh my goodness me, my head is starting to itch me though, which is nasty, nasty, nasty. And I also got the typical herring gull, which is quite, well, obvious in a sense, eh? Or in the summer plumage. And there's a bit of trivia I've actually noticed, although the black-headed gulls tend to molt their feathers easily in the summer, the herring gulls and the lesser blackback gulls, they just keep their, you know, there you go, there's the lesser blackback gull here with that slightish, greyish, darkish looking wing back, whatever we're going to call it, eh? And there you go, there's the name here. Strangely enough, they just keep the white heads until like, maybe the earliest could be late August or maybe early or mid-September, but I don't know when they actually change their head colours though. They're from being plain white to like dirty streaks with brownness. You know, dirty streaks of brownness. Here you go, there's another lesser blackback gull here. Suppose the reason why I made this set is because, well, it's designed after Cornwall. There's an estuary here called How Estuary in Cornwall. And it's supposed to be quite big there as well. It's supposed to be quite a big estuary. Filled with different wildlife that it teems with. And there you go. That's pretty much the very huge, well, obvious expressions and impressions of what a herring gull would look like. Even with the, well, obviously pink legs there. I might probably show you a lot more clearly. There it is there. And there's the other side here. Looks like that seagull is doing a bit of nudie stuff. Did I say nude? Sorry YouTube, please don't demonetize my video and say on saying that I've said the word nude. That would be a bit too cringy if I just kept it for quite a while, eh? But anyways, I think that's pretty much about that in this video, eh? Sorry for the delay, eh? I got a funny feeling I didn't do any toys. Brand new toys I made on Monday though, because, well, obviously, I just can't believe it. I'm just pretty much the guy who pretty much wastes my time, that just pretty much dozes about stuff and just, you know, do everything but nothing. Maybe I should stop being negative. But anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this toy review. Please go ahead and smash a like button, eh? Actually, I should do one. That's better, eh? Please give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Flip Flap Origami toy reviews, especially flapping birds. Oh yeah! I mean, what would the world without, you know, what would the world be without flapping birds today? Well, it'll be absolutely boring, wouldn't it? Anyways, I think that's about the end of this video. I might have to go ahead and turn off those trains because those trains are doing my head in. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time and thanks for your patience. And bye for now.